Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about making and selling candles. And today's video might be on the shorter side, but I basically just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and opinions since switching over from the Etsy platform. So for those of you that are not aware, I actually opened up my candle business March of 2020 by creating an Etsy shop and selling directly through Etsy and only through Etsy. And then March 30th of this year, 2021, I decided to actually open up my own website and stop selling on Etsy. Now, ever since then, I have kind of gone back and forth on whether or not I should have stopped selling on Etsy or if I should have both of them going on at the same time, because looking back, I do realize how nice it was to have Etsy there because of the organic traffic that could be brought to your store of just somebody looking up candles, and if your SEO is right, then they will see your listing and want to purchase your product. So I have been thinking about possibly reopening or, re-adding on products, because I think my Etsy shop technically still is open. It just says that I don't have any listings because everything is now just on my own website. But March of this year, I decided to open up my own website through the Shopify platform. So I pay Shopify a monthly subscription in order to have my website through their hosting platform. And to be honest, you guys, I have loved it so much. I really love having my own space on the internet and not just having an Etsy shop. Although I really do love Etsy and I always kind of have like a special place in my heart for Etsy. And I still technically sell on Etsy because I have my digital download shop. So if you guys are not aware, I sell so they're digital templates. So there's nothing physical that you're getting, but a lot of these things can be customized to your brand. So I have warning labels, I have thank you cards, and more recently I've introduced candle label designs. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, I will have everything linked in the description box below. But I still love Etsy. I have no problems with it. And that's also why I've been considering in my head and in my heart on whether or not I should open it up again. I guess I was just worried that I would have to deal with a lot of struggles on trying to figure out what I have on my website and then what I have on my Etsy shop. But I've since learned that I believe there's a Shopify app that allows you to connect the two. If not, there's probably other platforms that allow you to connect the two together so that it's kind of like a seamless operation and everything is updating live on each platform. But I seriously had so much fun when I was creating my website, and I'm still constantly adjusting things and trying to figure things out and, updating photos and trying to figure out how to lay out certain things on my website, and still I kind of go back and forth on whether or not I should have purchased a different kind of theme or if I should have paid somebody a lot more money to really customize something a lot more differently than what it is. But as of right now, I really do like the way that my website is laid out. And I think that's the main thing that I love the most about being able to have my own website versus Etsy is it's kind of like, I don't know if I've made this analogy before, but for those of you that were alive during like the MySpace era, it kind of allows you to really tackle your creativity and really kind of experiment with different layout designs and the photos you add and how you lay everything out. And it's really fun. I think not everybody it's fun, but for me it was really fun. It's a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun to kind of put everything together. And also, I really want to make another video on this. I actually have it written down in my notes, but I need to make a video for you guys on different apps that I love using on Shopify. And I've been on there for the past 4 months and I've kind of learned a lot more than I did in the beginning. So I have had some of you guys ask me what apps I use, and I didn't want to tell you guys anything yet because I was still kind of experimenting. I still am, but still kind of experimenting with different apps on the Shopify platform. So I will definitely be making a video for that for you guys, so you can kind of learn what I'm using on my website. And that's something very different from Etsy, and something that I wasn't able to do is customize with these certain things on my website. And the main thing, you guys, that is so different from Etsy is that I'm able to actually collect collect emails. So you're actually able to collect emails, have a newsletter, a subscriber list, whatever you want to call it, and be able to do email marketing, which is huge for being able to get repeat customers. And repeat customers are something that every business should be striving to achieve. You should be striving to achieve to have your customers returning to you and purchasing again and again. And it's so much easier to sell to somebody who has already purchased from you than somebody who has never purchased from you before. So that's definitely something that I have been kind of diving into a little bit over the past month, of just kind of realizing how important it is to collect emails. So, and this is something that I recommend to anybody that is just getting started with their business, even if you are just local. So I was actually talking to my friend about this, my candle making friend, about this, because she does tons of farmers markets. And I recommend for anybody that has, that goes to pop-up events, farmers markets, any kind of local events, have a clipboard and basically a place for people to write their name and their email to sign up for your newsletter, to hear about, you know, different discounts and all that kind of stuff, just so you can get those emails, because those emails are really, really valuable and something that I, again, haven't really been paying attention to. So I've been trying to tap in more to that aspect of marketing. And I've been kind of, learning along the way. I'm no expert in it at all, but I'm just kind of learning as I go through the process. And again, as far as I know, that's not something that Etsy allows on their platform, for you to be able to take emails from people and be able to essentially send them emails, marketing emails. So the person actually has to subscribe on their own volition. I feel like there's people that have worked around that on Etsy, but in my opinion, I like to be able to have it clear as day on my website that you are signing up for email marketing. And I think that that's probably one of the best things that I have been able to do on my own website that I wasn't able to do on Etsy before. And then the last thing that I wanted to discuss in this video has to do with the fees. So if I see a difference in the amount of fees that I'm paying on Shopify versus how much I paid in fees on Etsy. And to be honest, you guys, this was very difficult for me to calculate. So this is just an average, this is just an estimate. So please don't hold me to numbers or anything, because this has varied so much based on the number of products that I actually sold, the cost of the products, all that kind of stuff is going to vary on everything that I'm going to talk about. So I wanted to talk about fees because I've gotten a lot of questions on this, and I know that that's a huge factor on whether or not people choose to sell on Etsy or sell on their own website. I've also had some people in the comments get I don't want to say angry or aggressive, just they're very passionate about not having any fees and just creating your own website from scratch, and I was not going to do that. I know some people do. I didn't want to do that. I'd rather pay the monthly fee on Shopify and get more perks, such as how they automate the amount of taxes that you owe per state. I know that on your own website, you have to do everything on your own. And also on Shopify, you can purchase apps separately. So just having the ability to find all of these different cool things that you can add to your website, all these apps that are available on Shopify, I just think that's so much more worth it than starting from scratch and then not paying these fees. I don't know. I feel like in the long run, you're probably paying more money, but it's fine. As a business owner, I'm like, sometimes I'll pay a little bit more if it's less of a hassle. So basically what I did was I have been selling on Shopify since March 30th of this year of 2021. So what I did was I went through and I added up all my fees. Now this is through Shopify payments, which is a percentage of 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. And then I went to PayPal and I added up my fees, and PayPal's fees is 3.49% plus 49 cents per transaction. And a lot of people do choose to use PayPal. I always love PayPal, and I don't think I'd ever take it away. I know some people have disabled it on their shops, but I will always keep PayPal. As far as I know, unless anything happens. But in terms of the fees that I got for selling on Shopify in the last 4 months, plus my monthly subscription to Shopify and a separate app that I pay for. So I pay monthly $31.99. So I added everything up and then I divided it by four to get an average for 1 month. So this is just for 1 month of fees. So on average for 1 month of fees, having my Shopify store, I pay $186.51. And then what I did was I went on Etsy, and this one was a little harder because I had to kind of account for the differences of so for instance, I didn't want to do from March to August last year because I started in March. So my sales were way lower. So I basically just did an average of the total amount that I sold last year, and that was the best I could do for you guys. So the total amount for fees per month was $360.10. Again, these are just averages. I don't know how accurate I was. I spent about an hour calculating everything to try to get an accurate number for you guys. But essentially, from what I could see, I am saving money by selling on Shopify. So that is another big plus, in my opinion, to have Shopify and be able to save that money in transaction fees. So I just kind of wanted to share this with you guys, tell you guys how I'm feeling about having my own website. Yes, I am considering having my products being sold on Etsy again, just to try to have them in front of more eyes. That's really just kind of my reasoning behind that. And I know that in my older videos on YouTube too, I have a lot of people still clicking on old links going to my old Etsy shop, and I will have them message me being like, I don't know where to find your candles. So I know that not everybody knows that I switched over to my own website. So there's a possibility I still could put my products back on Etsy, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this topic. Do you prefer Etsy? Do you prefer your own website? Do you prefer to not give your fee money to anybody and just have your own website and be able to just kind of pay a web designer up front and just have that cost out of the way? I'm very curious to hear what your guys' opinion is on that. But with that, I have a lot to do today, so I'm going to probably end this video right here. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. No bloopers today because I actually did it. That was a blooper. I was gonna say no bloopers today, you guys, because I actually didn't really stumble that much through today's video. That's a huge plus because that never happens.